Tonight I'm going to a birthday dinner and I wanted to hand make something to put into her gift, so I decided to toss together a little journal using some of my scrap papers. And so here I am just taking some brown paper packaging and I am using some white Elmer's glue to fold it in half and kind of give it more stability and structure so that this will be my journal cover. Never toss out the brown paper packaging if you are a junk journaler because it is so good. It can be used for pages, for the inside cover, for a cover like I'm using it here. And then next, I just went ahead and got into my scrap bin and pulled out all sorts of papers. I have just some scrapbook paper, regular notebook paper, just all kinds of variety of pages to make my journal. I'm not really measuring anything. This is like a toss together gift or project, and it's something that you don't have to do a lot of planning. I literally just decided I wanted to do it and turned on my camera and grabbed the papers, and so I'm just kind of ripping them down to size, and there's not really any sort of measuring technique taking place. As long as they fit in the cover that I just made, they will be perfect. As I put the papers together, I'm just kind of making them into a pattern that is a wide variety of different textures and prints and colors, and just like plain pages and then printed pages and things like that. Next, I'm just going to bind this. I believe this is, what kind of pamphlet stitch is this? You guys probably know. Either way, I think it's a 3-way pamphlet stitch or something, maybe. I'm not sure. I may be saying that wrong. Either way, I'm going to show you how I bind this little journal together. It is my preferred way of binding. It's quick for me, and typically I would take some little clamps and clamp the pages to the cover of the book so that it's held in place, but this is such a small, quick project that I'm not going to do that. I also do not measure the distance between each one of the holes that I use to bind. I just kind of eyeball it and go with it. I realize I kind of got out of the view of my camera, but like I said, there was not really any planning that took place in this. I just popped my camera up and went to making this little journal. So hang in there and I will come right back into the view so you can see what I'm doing. Basically here I'm just binding the pages, and I know this is pretty terrible, you can't see anything, but hold on. Okay, so here I am back just finishing the binding and tying the knot so that the pages will be held snugly. Make sure that it can be a little loose, but it doesn't really have to be like super tight when you pull the strings together, but you don't want them to like wiggle around much. Like you don't want your pages or your signature to wiggle around, and but you don't want it too tight to where they can't like, you know, glue things down, and it needs to have just a tad bit of give. So that the pages are comfortably, like you're able to flip through them and all of that. So here I grabbed some more supplies. I just am going to use the good old trusty stamps to kind of decorate the cover and put her name on the cover, so you'll see me doing that. Basically just using a black stamp pad and then stamps that I already have. Also, I realized that for whatever reason, the frame is like flipped, and so this is actually the cover, and it would open like a normal journal does. It looks backwards for whatever reason, probably something when I edited the video to face the right way. But either way, it does open like a traditional book or journal, so just keep that in mind. I'm not working like backwards. So here I'm just gonna put her name on it, and yeah, you'll see me add a little bit more detail to the spine. I like covering up the binding sometimes with just some trim or lace, and then the project will be done. So quick, so easy, and using what you already have, and you've made a thoughtful, memorable memory keeper, journal, or whatever they want to use it for. And it's just a nice little addition to giving a card with money or another gift. You can just toss it in there. It's personalized, and these are so fun to make. They're so fun to give, and I hope that she loves it. If you have any questions or any thoughts, let me know what you think. And thanks for watching.